I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and because I'm a very sensitive person, I find myself going over them and feeling bad about them again. And I've just realized that it's so much easier to forgive other people than it is to forgive yourself. But the fact is, you have to forgive yourself just like I have to forgive myself. And the first thing to realize in thinking about forgiving yourself for past mistakes is that everybody makes mistakes. Everybody. None of us is without regrets. None of us is without, thoughts of things that we could have done better. Even that person that you're looking at who seems to have the perfect life, the person who's your mentor, the person who looks like they have it all together, they have some things that they've done that they regret. We've all done stupid things. And that just lets us know that because we're human, we're allowed to be flawed. So it's not something to beat yourself up over because it's a joint experience. Being human means you're allowed to make mistakes, you're allowed to be flawed, and that's why you have to forgive yourself for it, because you didn't make yourself that way. Nobody can expect perfection of you because nobody's perfect. We're not made to be perfect. The second thing is the past is the past. It's gone. You can never bring it back. You can sit in your room for 24 hours wishing you could change the things that happened in the past, but it's not going to happen. It's gone. And that just lets you know that beating yourself up over something that happened a long time ago is a waste of time. Shame and guilt are wasted emotions. There's no point. You can feel ashamed and guilty all day. It doesn't change anything. What you can do is decide to take action and ask yourself, what would I do if the same circumstance was presented to me again? How would I do better? You didn't know better then, that's why you did what you did. But now that you know better, how are you going to handle it? What are you going to do differently if you go through the same experience again? If it was that you dated somebody you had no business dating, or you were in a relationship and you made some mistakes, you can decide to do better. Just be proactive about it and ask yourself, what can I do better? How can I learn from this mistake and become a better person so that I don't repeat the same mistakes over and over again? And finally, I just want you to imagine yourself. Close your eyes. I'm not going to close my eyes, obviously, because I'm talking to you. I want you to imagine yourself as a 2-year-old baby who's eating spaghetti for the first time. Spaghetti and meatballs, let's say. And you're enjoying yourself. You have tomato paste all over your face. There's a mess everywhere. You're using a little fork. And you made a mess. Your clothes are covered in tomato paste and spaghetti. And then I want you to imagine yourself as your mother, the mother of that child, walking in. So you're both the child and the mother. What do you do to that child? Do you smack her? No. You smile. You're proud that your little baby is learning how to feed herself. You're happy that she's making steps, that she's making progress. So what you do is that you go, you give her a kiss and you give her a hug. And you feel proud of being a mother of this child. That is what I want you to do to yourself. Extend the same kindness and compassion to yourself as you would to a little child who's just learning the ropes, who's just learning her way through this thing called life. You wouldn't smack that child. You wouldn't even yell at that child. You'd just be, amused. Amused at the child. You'd be excited about, the little steps that the child is making. So you deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own forgiveness. You deserve your own compassion. You've been mean to yourself all this while. It hasn't made any difference. You've beat yourself up. You've been ashamed. You've been guilty. You've said mean things to yourself. It hasn't changed anything. Why don't you try kindness? Why don't you try compassion? Why don't you try treating yourself like you would your best friend? I always, tell people that if your best friend came to you and said, oh, this guy, I broke up with this guy, or this guy broke up with me, you wouldn't tell her, serves you right. You're stupid. You're fat. No. You'd be kind to her. You try to help her get through it. So the same thing for yourself. Be kind to yourself. You made a mistake. We all made mistakes. Figure out how you can do better and move on. You deserve your own forgiveness, and it's time to let go of the past. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to click the like button and subscribe so you're the first to know when I post more great content. If you check the description box, I've put a link there to 2 free chapters of my book, Love Letter to My Ex. I promise you will enjoy it. Until next time, see ya!